Right, now to this, Democratic Senate candidate Graham Platner is pushing back against new allegations of inappropriate conduct from multiple women. A New York Times report features accounts from several people who were romantically involved with Platner and described their relationships with him as toxic and unsettling. The Senate hopeful responded to these claims during an interview last night.
There are some allegations in this piece that I just want to be kind of unequivocal about are simply not true. Anything alleging physicality, anything alleging that I knew what my tattoo was, these are the statements of someone who's politically motivated.
CBS News political director Fin Gómez is following this from our D.C. bureau and joins us with more. Fin, good morning. Walk us through these new, quite serious accusations and give us an assessment on if you think Platner's campaign can really survive them.
Yeah, Errol, the report is based on interviews with multiple women who previously dated Platner and describes relationships that were toxic and volatile. One of the most serious claims in the New York Times piece comes from Lindsay Fiffield, a Virginia conservative activist who dated Platner for roughly 2 years, beginning in 2013. She told the New York Times that Platner never hit or punched her, but alleged several incidents in which he grabbed her forcefully, leaving her shaken and afraid. Fiffield also disputes one of Platner's key defenses surrounding the controversy over the tattoo across his chest with Nazi symbolism. According to the Times, she said Platner had taught her the word associated with the image years earlier and referred to it as, quote, my Totenkopf, which challenges his claim that he was unaware of its meaning when he got the tattoo initially. Platner has categorically denied the allegations during that MS Now interview last night. He said claims involving any physical contact are, quote, simply not true. His campaign has also argued that Fiffield, who worked for the conservative think tank Heritage Foundation and for former Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley, is politically motivated and has challenged her account. On her part, she has denied that her political leanings have had anything to do with her coming forward at this time. But even before Platner's interview aired, Democratic senators were publicly saying he needs to answer questions related to these accusations. Here, take a listen.
I haven't taken a position in the primary, so the voters are going to decide. But, you know, he's got to address this, and it's a Mainer decision.
Some Democrats will defend that mess. I will not. So it's really up to Maine voters.
Are you concerned that there's more to drop?
Well, he lied to everybody. He said that there wasn't any after his Nazi tattoo situation. And now there's more and more of the things, so he's already lied about that.
Yeah. Platner has acknowledged a dark period of his life where he struggled with undiagnosed PTSD and says he too often self-medicated with alcohol. The story, Errol, comes, as you know, just days before Maine voters cast their ballots in Tuesday's primary. And while his main primary opponent, Governor Janet Mills, has suspended her campaign, he will likely face Republican Senator Susan Collins, who's considered a formidable candidate and who's running for a sixth term. Errol?
And Finn, separately, votes are still being counted out in California. You had the primaries for governor and LA mayor there. You said this could take a few weeks. So why is President Trump now claiming potential fraud?
Look, what's happening in California, Errol, is actually pretty normal. President Trump is arguing the delays create opportunities for fraud and misconduct, but election officials have said from both parties that California's lengthy counting process, Errol, is the result of the state law and the size of California's massive electorate, not evidence of fraud. As you know, Errol, California operates under a jungle primary system. The top two finishers advance regardless of party, and the state allows up to 30 days to count ballots after Election Day. The state law allows mail ballots that were postmarked by Election Day last Tuesday to be still counted as this process goes forward. It's not unusual, Errol. This is California law. It's notoriously slow, very slow, and they simply just count more votes slowly because it's the sheer volume of the ballots. Right now, Steve Hilton, the former Fox News commentator, Republican, Javier Becerra, the former HHS secretary under Joe Biden, and Democratic billionaire Tom Steyer are battling out for those last two spots to advance to the general election.
All right. Fin Gómez in D.C. Fin, thanks so much. Enjoy your weekend when you get there.